Hello, I'm Ken Dreesen, and I'm running for Congress as an independent. And when I'm elected, one of the first resolutions I'm going to sponsor is the Impeach Donald Trump Act. And if you don't know, or if you don't understand, impeachment is something that is done when the president or another officer in the government commits high crimes and misdemeanors against our nation. And to make it short, one of the crimes he's guilty of is approving the pipeline without continuing environmental studies, and spills happen, 100,000 gallons spilt, and that's a crime. And another crime is that he violated people's civil rights that were in the country as refugee claimants. And to claim a refugee status is a right that the Congress gave people through international treaty on refugees that was signed in 1967. So according to the Constitution, treaties are the law of the land. So he violated people's rights, especially the children that were separated from their parents at the border. That's almost a crime against humanity right there. That's number two. And then number three, he violated nepotism laws by hiring on his relatives to be part of his staff in the White House. And his Department of Justice and a few other people decided that he's immune from that, and it does not apply to him. And I don't believe that. I think that's another crime. Then there's the emoluments clause, and that means that you're not supposed to use your office in the government for private profit. And he's obviously done that by staying at his resorts and golfing. And so the Secret Service has to rent rooms there to guard him. And then he has meetings and meets dignitaries from other countries at his properties, like in his international hotel in the District of Columbia. So therefore that's a crime. And then another one is he violated the campaign finance rules by talking to Russians and having his people talk to Russians during the campaign. And that will become even a larger concern once you look at his history of money laundering. There's he was part owner of a resort in Panama, and millions of dollars of laundered money passed through there and into his hands, and that's a crime. And if we do not hold him accountable for such crimes, then we are not even a constitutional republic. It's just a kleptocracy. And then he's violated the Constitution for personal profit, and in doing so, as I've previously said, he's conspired to do that. It didn't just like, oh, it just happened that I'm staying at my resorts and all this. He actually planned this ahead of time, and that is a conspiracy to defraud the United States. And then there's another crime that a lot of other Republicans are guilty of, or at least could be charged with, and that is treason. Because the Constitution has a lot of provisions in it that are to make us a more of an equal nation, and to stop people from being royal and to being having titles of nobility over the rest of us. And it also, the Article 1, Section 8 says that the commerce should be controlled by the government, not Wall Street and not private corporate interests above the government, which is absolutely the case now since the Citizens United versus the Federal Elections Commission, which Citizens United is sponsored by the Koch brothers, and they're billionaires, and they're just interested in being richer yet. They're infinitely greedy, as far as I'm concerned. So when you consider that these moneyed people are violating the Constitution on a regular basis, and when they get together and do this and buy congressmen to work for their interests, that is actually treason. And to finish this little segment of my campaign off for the day, if enough people express that they do not want Trump impeached, then I won't sponsor this act to impeach Donald Trump. But as far as the statistics go, I believe the majority of the people of our district, once they are informed of what I'm just saying and what I say on my website and have studied and with sources, that Trump should be impeached. And like I say, if they don't agree, all you have to do is leave messages on my website and vote, and I will change my mind if that's not what the majority wants. But I believe they do. Good day.